Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Susan D. Harrison of Spa-tique and So Sound Sanctuary. Today, I'm so excited to share a tip on how you can use dry brushing to stimulate your immune system and lymphatic system to purge and detoxify through your skin and have great looking skin at the same time. What's unique about the lymphatic system is that it's actually divided. We were talking about how it's like a water bed where you push on one side and it pushes through the whole system. Well, that is true, and yet it's also divided into three different areas. Most importantly, is that to recognize is that we have the right side as one separate segment where it goes the torso down the right arm and the right head, and then the left side has the left side of the head, left arm, and both legs. So left side is really benefiting from us walking and pushing that way and getting that lymphatic pump up through the thoracic duct and through the arm and the head. Now, what's interesting by the right side just being confined to the right head and the right torso arm is that most people will get their headaches on the right side because this gets really stagnated because we're not moving it that much. Also, most women, when they have breast cancer, it's the right side where the lymph nodes are taken out, partially because we wear purses or backpacks and we typically have it on the right side where we're putting pressure on lymphatic nodes. That's one reason. We can wear underwire bras or tight clothing, and that's also compressing the lymph nodes around the breast tissue. So that's something to keep in mind too, and alternate if you can. But more importantly, if we can learn to stretch as well as use the tool of using dry brushing, that's just something that's going to keep our health more optimal all over the place, as well as the right side, and possibly prevent headaches. Tomorrow we'll be talking specifically about how to move the lymphatic for the head and the neck and release a headache before it even comes on, or to diminish one that you do have. So many different another tool we'll use differently tomorrow is more hands-on massage for the face and neck, especially, that I use all the time. But for the dry brush, what I really like about dry brush is that I only use gentle dry brushes that aren't too wussy, but they aren't going to kill you. There are some out there that just feel like a courier brush for a horse, and I will not use those. Those are just nasty, and I will not sell that to you. So I have 8 of them coming in. I'm sending a bunch back that arrived that were harsh, and the good ones are coming on Tuesday. They're $12. So if you need one, let me know. I will drop it off on your porch. $12 includes tax and free delivery. So let me know. But today I'll do a demonstration using the brush, but you can also, in the meantime, use your hand like a squeegee. Kind of like just like you're brushing crumbs off a table. And so you can always just use your hands, and that will work perfectly fine until you get a dry brush. But what dry brushing does is, besides it exfoliating the dry cells off before you get into the shower, and that rinses off the shower, your lotion then will go in that much better. It tones up your skin so you have more vibrant, healthy looking skin. It's also helping open up the pathways to purge the toxins out much more efficiently through the skin being one of the largest detoxifying agents that you have going. So they often call it the third kidney because it's exuding the waste materials through our pores. And so that is the dry brushing. And if you can do it like once or twice a week before you get in the shower, a lot of times I get in the shower and go, dang it, I forgot. But I keep this right by my shower, and I will try to do, sometimes people will do just their upper body one day, and some people will do their lower body the next day. So you can alternate that way. I mean, literally it takes 2 minutes. You don't have to make this a big ordeal, but it's a great tool that if you can get in the habit of using it, you'll see really nice results and feel really healthy for the rest of the day because it's really energizing for you. So that said, how we brush really makes a difference. There's a lot of Google YouTubes out there where they will say, oh, start at the farthest part, like your arm, and go all the way up. Start at your foot and go all the way up. And that is fine. It's not my preferred way based on my oncology facial training, oncology massage training. What we look at is that the collarbone here is where all the lymph is coming back up, and then goes to the heart to be recycled. So this is like the ending point, and then the heart is the beginning point. So everything has to come up here. But if we get tight muscles, if we get tight in the pecs, if we get just congestion of lymph not moving very fast, especially on this right side, it starts balling up like a big major accident where cars are just smashed up in the intersection. A road coming in this way, a road coming this way, a road coming this way. It's just a mess. If we don't clear out the traffic accident first, and if we start doing the whole sweep up here, we're just adding more cars to that accident and making it even a bigger mess, and you'll typically get more of a headache. So it's not wrong. I'm just going to show you a better way of doing it. So what we look at for optimal benefits, and you'll get much greater flow of lymph this way, is clear out the accident. So we go from the armpit to the middle of the collarbone here, armpit to the middle of the collarbone, and then we go to the underneath from the elbow to the armpit, elbow to the armpit, elbow to the armpit, and then we go hand to the elbow, hand to the elbow several times, and then we can do full arm because we've opened it up on that river. We've taken the other cars are moving along the way, so to speak, to stay with that car accident concept. Another great idea, I was taught to really bring the tissue, the flow from underneath your breast tissue up to this middle, because this is your thoracic duct. Even though that's a deeper tissue, ducts, and I still go this way and this way. Other charts will show it differently, but I find this to be most effective if you can break it up into segments. I hope that makes sense. Once you do both arms and get that all taken care of, and I'd say 3, 4, 5 strokes each area, a nice light texture, medium texture, like you're brushing crumbs off a table, but something that you feel and that feels good. And then all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. That is going to be so much more beneficial. And then the torso coming up, and then the groin area, inguinal nodes, and there again, you could use just your hand. And then the inside of your leg and behind the knee, inside. So there's a lot of lymph nodes to the inside of the leg here, behind the knee, and then from your feet all the way up, and then all the way up, and then all the way up. What's interesting about this is that my sister, Sandy, when she had cancer, she would do this like 2-3 times a day and made a huge difference on keeping her bloating down, keeping her discomfort down and manageable. She just was a firm believer in it. And I see it in my treatments. I use it all the time, and I know it helped her, helps myself. So it's a great gift to give yourself that help. And I look forward to sharing tomorrow how we're going to clear the lymph nodes in this tight shoulder, neck area, and face area to help with headaches, preventing headaches, making the headache less, helping with sinus issues, as well as acne. So stay tuned, and I will see you tomorrow. But meanwhile, have a great day. Thanks.